is a highly impressive 8.
You can call me Wilson.
Wilson. And where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from China.
Which part of China are you in?
I'm in Guangzhou, the big mega city. Yeah.
Yes. Is that your hometown, Wilson?
Yeah. It's my hometown.
And what is your hometown best known for?
I think it's known for its, from the economic point of view, it's known for its mega city where I think it's the center of this Guangdong province. So lots of people came to visit this city. Also, I think it's also known for its coast landscape. As a geographer, I pay particular interest in this kind of area. I mean, it's quite interesting to see how the rocks are formed here. And, within the natural park, you can also tell people, how this landscape is formed, this sort of things.
Okay. What kind of landscape did you say it is?
It's coast landscape,
It's like coast landscape. Yeah.
It's like the rocks just like triangle shape.
Triangular shape. I see. Interesting. So did you say you're a geographer?
Yeah, I'm a geographer, a bit enthusiastic geographer.
All right. You mean, are you a student or are you working in that field at the moment?
I'm a student. I'm just a sixth form student, which means, high school student.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. But is geography your favorite subject?
Obviously, it is my favorite subject. I'm a dedicated geographer. Okay.
Okay. That's great. Are you planning to take your studies of geography any further?
Yes. I'm actually applying for geography degrees in the UK at the moment.
Oh, okay. Geography degrees. At which kind of university?
I'm thinking about that. It might be a little bit challenging for me to apply for, Cambridge, but actually, I'd love to have a go, But I'm more keen on, university in London area.
Okay, so you think Cambridge could be a little bit difficult to get in?
Yeah. It's always quite challenging for everyone, I'm not that smart person to get that.
I see what you mean. Are there many jobs available in geography from your understanding?
Actually, quite a lot of people say if you start a geography degree, then you end up with either like being a geography teacher or just like, make the conversion course to other areas like law,
Yes, I know what you're saying, Wilson. But would you be interested in teaching geography at some point?
Yes, obviously I do. I love sharing my ideas with people and also love to tell them, how to do this in your exam, and definitely be a geography teacher is so great.
All right, let's talk about the roads and streets. Speaking of which, let's talk about the roads and streets in your hometown. So are the roads in your city good quality?
Sorry, so what do you mean? Do you mean the roads like the infrastructure?
Yeah, exactly. The infrastructure, the surface of the roads, the lanes, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's like the surface of the road is quite basic, but I would think about it as like impermeable layers, which do not allow much precipitation get into that. Which means sometimes when in Guangdong province there's quite a lot of like rainfall in summer, so sometimes it will get flooding. Sorry.
So but it sounds like would you say the roads are fairly well maintained?
Actually, it's quite well maintained, in this big city. And it's basically the very significant part of the city is about showing off how beautiful it is. So we have to maintain the infrastructure, especially the road here. It's the first sign of the city when you get into it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Do you know all the names of the roads in your local area?
No, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't. It's like I'm not really good at remembering things, especially the road.
No. I say, but the roads do have names, don't they? Because I know in Japan, for example, the roads just have numbers. But in your city, the roads do have names, right?
Yeah, but I can think about the roads in my school, like in the UK. I think the names there may be maybe more interesting because in my school, the road is just named of my school, Bryanston School. The road is not called Bryanston School Road. But not in my hometown. Here it's more complex.
Oh, okay. Bryanston School. Are you saying that you have studied, you studied at a school in the UK?
Yeah.
All right, Bryanston School. Where is this? Which city is that in, Wilson?
This is in a small town, in the rural area. There's not a big city nearby. The nearest city nearby would be Bristol.
Oh, Bristol. Yeah. Okay. Really nice. Cool. And finally, mate, would you say that roads or streets in your hometown need any improvement?
Definitely. In the rural area, it's just a lot of the maintaining of the roads, and just very few people and passengers drive their car every single day. So
Oh, yeah.
basically the local authority, they don't care about it. And also they don't have the funding for that. So
Okay. So are you talking about your local area in the UK, you mean, near Bristol?
Yeah.
I see. Which contrasts quite a bit with your hometown in China, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's really interesting for me to see the comparison between the big city and the rural isolated area.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Interesting. Which one would you say you prefer on balance?
Oh, interesting question. I have no choice to choose where I live in China because I rely on my parents.
Yeah.
But I actually prefer, the countryside in the UK, which is my current school located in. Yeah, because I love, quiet environment, which really allow me to connect with the future. Because, it's in rural area. I do lots like football and cross country there. So I really stuck in the fresh air every single day. Perfect.
Very nice. Would you be interested in studying at Bristol University?
Bristol is a nice city, but I wouldn't necessarily consider university there because they don't offer the degrees I really want to study.
I see what you mean. No geography, is that right?
They do offer geography, but the course outline maybe a little bit, not as attractive as other university.
Oh, okay. No, fair enough. Thank you, mate. And it is worth unveiling because it is a highly impressive 8 across the board, meaning a straight set of 8, in other words, which means supremely impressive, actually. Not just about the accent, of course. It goes to other things like the quality of the language, in particular the big words and academic words, even more so. But then he also had that perfect mix, was end up with a geography degree and end up being a geography teacher. Right there, you have a perfect illustration of 2 uses of end up as a phrasal verb. So
end up.
Yeah, so you end up with, say, a geography degree and as a result, maybe end up being a geography teacher. That is brilliant. Specialized vocab, like enthusiastic geographer. You could apply that to any field. As a geographer, how this landscape is formed is of interest to me. And then impermeable layers and precipitation.
Impermeable layers. Wow. Yeah.
See, that's brilliant vocab, which a lot of native speakers wouldn't know. Precipitation as a synonym for rain, flooding, significant, showing off, infrastructure, isolated. The list goes on. In fact, a lot of these are not just relating to geography; they're of more general appeal.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a funny thing. There's not many nits to pick here. It's actually really accurate as well. In fact, to be honest, it's probably on the way to an 8.5. I mean, the comparison he drew at the end there. It's really interesting to see the comparison between the megacity where I come from and the rural isolated area I live in the UK. I mean, that's great. Okay. Then he said it allows me to connect with the future, when I was fully expecting him to say it allows me to connect with nature. Now, when he was talking about running cross country and this kind of thing, I actually think it makes more sense to say connecting with nature, a bit like connecting with or communing with nature. I actually think that could have been a slip of the tongue. A slip of the tongue that native speakers might make as well. I don't think Wilson was referring to the future at all. I think he was talking about nature. But that can